Hey everybody, welcome back to Throttle Grotto and the 928 project. So today we'll be working on the trims that go inside the hatch. They're very frustrating, they're broken. I have one that's not broken, and I have a lot of pieces that are. So let me show you what I'm working with here. I know you like the way I work it, no diggity. So these pieces go along the inside of the hatch here and just cover up the glue, cover up these wires for the rear defroster, and this harness that comes back to the hatch mechanism. The ones I have are all broken or the wrong color. I got fortunate enough to find this one in a junkyard, and I already peeled off the covering. This is the plastic that retains it, and somebody was nice enough to include with this car the actual brown leather that actually matches the inside of the car. Quite sadly, the pieces that are supposed to be one piece, and none of them really match up. Well, maybe this one does. Maybe, yeah, so this one matches up here, but it's all blown out on the end. And I also got this other red one from the junkyard, but it's also cracked in the center. So today I'm going to use this little tool here. It's a plastic stapler. Uses heat. It's kind of like a plastic welder. I was using this plastic welder here from Harbor Freight, and it just wouldn't. You can see here where I tried to press some of this mesh into it to reinforce it, and stop it, mesh. So it just was not given the heat that I needed for this type of material. So I ordered this kit, and I'm going to give this a shot. I've never done this type of plastic welding before. I feel like I'm back in junior high doing a what do you call that when you cut the frogs open? I don't remember. That's been a long time. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to try to get this piece all back to one piece, and then we're going to glue these back on. And yes, I know that this one's broken up here too, but it's not broken down here. So I'm going to call that a win for now until I hope I don't break it. Because then I'll be... All right, we've got our frog exposed here. And so I'm not worried about this leather because this is not the leather we're going to use. I'm more using this as a placeholder to keep this backside together while I do this. If I burn the leather, I don't care. So I've got two squigglies included with this kit. This is the lesser of the squigglies, which says for straight. And I believe we just slip this into the end of the nozzle here, like that. Just flips in there. Now the real question is, will this be hot after I do this? So I'm going to do this the not burn myself way. So first, I guess I'll just put it on there. So it's room temperature, 49. So then we'll do one of our little welds here. It's got a little LED light that comes on, and it burns into the plastic pretty good. I wonder if I have to wait for it to cool. Yeah, it looks like I have to wait for it to cool. There we go. So just welds the wire into the plastic itself. And then we'll check So it looks like that stays cool to the touch. Doesn't get hot, which is nice, because you have to use your fingers to put another put another staple in. All right, now for the real test. Undo my frog filleting here. Yeah, I'd say that's probably just as strong as it was before. These things aren't super strong to start with. So, man, I gotta say, I'm pretty stoked with how that turned out. All right, I'm gonna try to use this new heat gun to loosen up the glue a little bit so I don't stress this piece by pulling off and breaking it when I go to take it apart. And you can see here on the back side where I've made that, or I fixed that crack. It seems like it's holding pretty good. Like, you can kind of wave this thing around and it doesn't seem like it gaps. I'm gonna go back through and put a few on this side because I can before I wrap it. Okay, so I added some more spine to our frog. Was able to get kind of back into the spots on the opposite side where I couldn't get to. And now I think this thing is as strong as it's ever going to be. So trim these up and sand these down, or trim these up so they're flush, and you'll never know. Kudos to whoever invented this product, by the way. This is awesome. I really like, 20 bucks on Amazon. You can't really go wrong being able to fix this kind of stuff. That's awesome. So first step will be get some stickum on both these parts. Nice thing about doing projects like this is you kind of already know how it's supposed to be laid out. So the assembly part of it goes fairly quickly. I'm just going to use a paint stick on either side of it once I get it stretched far enough, because the little hobby clips do have little grabbers in them. Highly suggest wearing gloves just because this is what happens. I'll have to clean some of that residue off the back side of here once it gets all dry. But yeah, now we just wait for this stuff to set, and then I'll have to glue some more spots. But it's all together for the most part. So some of this stuff didn't stick very well no matter what I did. But for a 40-year-old piece of plastic and some old leather that was at least cut to the right shape, I'm happy enough with it that I'm going to put it in. Plus, I'm running out of time to get this car done. So I put one of these in already. Get some light back here so you can see how they mount. And you just trim out the inside of the hatch, and then you've got the wires for the defroster. Then on this side, you've got the wires for the hatch lock. All right, well, that pretty much finishes off the back hatch area of the 928. The only thing I don't have is a carpet. I do have a carpet kit, or I do have a template. I just don't have the piece made yet. And I think for now, I'm just going to tuck the defroster wires up into the little cubby above the rear shades, because I don't have tabs on the rear window for the defroster. The rear end of the car is pretty much done. I kind of cheesed out and put a Euro plate frame over where the bumperettes were supposed to go, and it didn't quite cover everything. But for now, it's an easy thing to take off later. But the whole back of the car is pretty much done. The interior is coming together. Still got a few things to sort out inside, but the interior is coming together. Got a bunch of stuff done on the front of the car today. I got like the wheel well pieces in, all that. So the little plastic stapling kit came in clutch on a lot of different stuff today. If you don't have one of those, I'd really suggest picking one up, because it really saved my bacon on quite a few things on this car. Everything from the wheel well liners to plastic pieces of trim to the rear C-pillar things that I'm sure you can't get anymore, or they cost stupid amounts of money. So I'll put a link to those below. But I'm getting down to the wire on this car. I have a week, just over a week before Avance Colors, which is a big show here we're just doing locally with the Avance Club. I figured it'd be a cool place to debut the car at, because it's going to be at Lamborghini of Seattle. So it'll be cool to park this car at the Lamborghini dealership and take some pictures of it and hopefully enjoy it. The first drive in 30 years is happening soon. So, but when I get to that point, I'll take you guys along for the ride. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, and until next time, get out there and work on something.